Yep, we're going to go through the three boas today.
The three
It's
boas.
Jimi,
That's
Ace,
why
and Domino.
That's wild. Y'all really be thinking some wild things. That's wild. We gonna talk about it.
All right. My name is Linzy.
I'm Darius.
We're from Scales and Shells Herpetarium, and we're here today with Jimi. Who is Jimi?
He is a Hog Isle boa constrictor. Hog Isle is just the islands around Honduras. So he's one of the South American boa species. And he was not the first snake I've had, but the snake I've had the longest. That's the way of wording it.
Jimi was Darius's boy when we first got together.
Yeah.
That's this guy.
He's trying to explore out right now. He's going to be one of the boa species we go over with you guys today.
How long have you had Jimi?
Jimi is 9 years old now. Ironically, I got Jimi and Dallas 1 year to the day apart. Almost to the day. I got him June 14th, and I got Dallas June 15th.
He's so shiny. I don't know how well you guys can see it. A lot of snakes, I tell this to people all the time, a lot of snakes have some level of iridescence. Just comes from the shape of their scales. But like the ones that live in like rainforests or humid places, they seem to have higher iridescence than the other ones do. So even though he's not like marketed as like an iridescent snake, like especially on the dark part of him, he's like super pretty. How big was he when you got him?
Like 8 or 9 inches.
That's so little.
Yeah.
Like
no,
yeah,
8 or 9 inches long.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So boas are live bearing, and I think the person I got him from said that at the time I got him, he was about 2 weeks old. He had taken his first meal.
Why the air quotes?
Because it wasn't a real meal. It was like a piece of a pinky mouse. Because he was still reabsorbing the yolk from being born. And his umbilical slit, I guess, was still closing.
Umbilicus.
Hi, buddy.
These guys are pretty. Is he going to get much bigger than this?
No, the Hog Isle subspecies usually max out at about 5 to 6 feet. I think he's a little over 5 feet, but I don't think he's quite 6 yet. So he is manageable for most people if they want a larger snake. There are boa species like true red tails that can grow up to 12 feet. That's unmanageable for a lot of people.
That's true. That is. We have some snakes that are about that size.
Hey, buddy.
That are going to get bigger, but like the average person couldn't really handle them at the size they are right now.
Not by themselves safely, but they could. Or shouldn't.
It's just not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah, that's fair.
So these guys, he said true red tail. So these guys they can be marketed as red tail boas. They have their pattern changes towards the end of their body, and they have these red spots. They're not true red tail boas because the true red tails are boa constrictor. And these guys are boa constrictor imperator, and that's kind of how you tell the difference. But they basically have a lot of similar qualities.
It's usually the price tag that'll tell you. The price tag for true red tails is substantially higher.
Yeah, their red is brighter. The contrast in their colors is a lot more defined. And then where they're from.
Yeah.
They're all from South and Central America, but
all of the ones we're going over today. We also do have a boa that is from Africa. You coming back down or are you going up?
He said, I'm going up, Dad.
Yeah, this video is probably not for a lot of people because a lot of people are not too fond of snakes. Do not put your face this close to a snake.
Yeah.
But I've worked with Jimi for his entire life. Especially boa species. Boas will bite you in the face. They will try to bite you. But no, Jimi, he's
your boy.
Yeah, that's my best friend that isn't human.
He's such a good boy too.
You guys really can't hear it very well, but I can hear him, what people would call hissing. He's not hissing. He's really just breathing. Unlike python species, they don't necessarily have like labial pits along their face, so all of their air comes directly out of their nostrils. So I felt his air just a second ago when he was breathing. And snakes have really large lungs. So when you look at a snake, usually, depending how big they are, about 2/3 of their body is one of their lungs. And then about 1/3 is the other lung.
Yeah, the other one is substantially smaller.
Yeah, all of the organs we have inside of our body, they have inside of their body, and some. Specifically the Jacobson's organ. They don't have all the same glands as we have. Like snakes do not have like sweat glands.
Yeah, they have very few places on their body that they can actually excrete stuff.
So yes,
Secrete.
since they can't secrete anything, snakes are not slimy at all. They're very smooth, actually.
He's shiny. He's soft and shiny and smooth.
Yeah, as you can see, our hands are completely dry. The only time that a snake is slimy is if you put them in slime.
Yeah, so they might feel slimy if they've been in like stagnant water. 'Cause
Yeah.
anybody in stagnant water would be slimy.
Yeah, but that's inherently from like the algae and things like that. It's not the snake itself. I'm not even sure where that misconception came from, that snakes are slimy.
I think it's amphibians are slimy. Like most, if not all, amphibians are slimy. Like they do secrete slime, well, mucus or whatever, on their skin, and I think people just lump them all together.
That's weird to me.
That reptiles and amphibians get lumped together.
Yeah. Like that, not that they get lumped together, but then like the whole reason we do this is to teach people about like these animals. And a lot of people, they haven't ever felt a snake. But then people who feel the snake and still say that
And
it's
still say
slimy,
it's slimy.
is,
I feel like
I'm like,
they're slippery.
yeah, like slippery is a good word. Or scaly, because their entire body is scales.
They're smooth. Yeah, people. I don't know if people just don't know the definition of slimy or what, but some people will still touch it and be like, "Ew, it's slimy." I'm like, no, it's dry.
Yeah.
I
I
promise.
feel like it's like those old, like, teaching your alphabet things, slimy snakes, like learning your S's.
I'm a snake. I'm a slippery snake.
But yeah, no, Jimmy, he is the snake I've had the longest, and I've worked with him to the point where I could put my finger in his mouth and like open his mouth. I'm not going to do it now because he's moving around. He's active right now.
Yeah. He's the one that we take to show people like snake teeth, because a lot of people haven't seen snake teeth and
Yeah.
don't really want to mess with snakes' mouths. And most snakes won't let you just open their mouth.
Yeah.
But if I were to try that, this guy has a bond with Darius, because if I were to try that, it'd be a different story.
Yeah. When people say, oh, snakes don't have capability of like loving or knowing things. No, snakes are very, very smart animals. Anytime we hand this guy to someone else, he looks around. He makes sure that I'm handing him to someone safe, someone that I trust.
Yeah, he's like
when me and Lindsay first got together, Jimmy struck at her and bit her.
Jimmy's bit me a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it's because I try to pretend I see you doing things, and I'm like, oh, he can tolerate that. And then he's like, not from you.
Yeah.
He's like, that's my dad. That's my homie.
Yeah.
But I don't know you like that.
Yeah, like for most people, I tell you, do not touch a snake's face. I've worked with Jimmy long enough that I can touch all over his head. That's becomes super beneficial when we need to do like examinations. Then I can open his mouth and look in there. But yeah, Jimmy is 100% one of our ambassador animals that I can honestly say I've spent the most time like working with. Not saying that like he was super, let's sort of defensive when I got him, but he tagged me a few times. That goes back to the not knowing things. I had a rodent for him thawing and I went to go just interact with him, and the air smelled
You can smell it.
like a rodent, and something warm was coming into his enclosure, my hand, and he struck at my hand. He very quickly realized, oh, that's not my food, and he let go. Just snake's teeth face backwards, so prey can't get away. So when he got me and we pulled back out, it was like like a fish hook. It went in, out, and he pulled it. So like little pieces of skin came, like tore in between. Not enough that you'd notice. Like if you get bit by most non-venomous snakes, it's an impact, and then you realize you're bleeding. You don't usually feel
Yeah, it's
their
not
teeth.
terrible.
You're like, oh, little. Sometimes you'll have like a little U, or depending where they bite you at.
Yeah, little U shapes for their jaw. Sometimes it'll just be a couple of teeth that like grazed you, depending.
Yeah.
If it's a defensive strike, you might get those because they're not actually trying to like bite and hold on.
Yeah.
A feeding response, they're biting and holding on, so they have to realize and then let go.
Yeah. And them being constrictors, they will bite and start wrapping you up.
Did he wrap when you bit you?
No,
Oh.
it was 100% like he bit, but his body didn't start wrapping right away. But he held on for a second, and then he realized like
Was it-
this, I can't eat this
I don't-
because it was right on like the meaty part of my hand. He's like, I can't figure out how to do this, so he just let
I
go.
don't
And
think I can eat.
yeah, yeah, Jimmy he's been through a lot. He recently got out of his the longest hunger strike that any of our snakes have done. If you know snakes, you know about their hunger strikes. Jimmy's hunger strike, from the records that I have, was December 12th, and he ate end of July.
In July.
Like last weekend, or last Monday in July was when he finally ate. So essentially 7 months of just not eating. And he's perfectly fine. We kept paying attention to his weight and changed around his enclosure because reptiles can get bored of being in the same spot over and over again. Just like in the wild, they explore. So this is a different tree kind of thing. That didn't really work. So we moved him to a completely different enclosure, and then he ate perfectly fine.
Yeah. Sometimes if the humidity's not right or the heat's not right or something is off, that might be a reason why they won't eat. But he was on a hunger strike for much longer than that. We'd moved things around several times.
Yeah.
Which is super weird because boas are usually really good eaters. But it's
Yeah.
like our balls are usually pretty fine. Our ball pythons are usually pretty fine at eating, and they tend to be finicky eaters.
Yeah.
And we don't really have any issues with them. But
Yeah.
2 of our boas will go on hunger strikes.
Yeah. I think Jimmy's was longer than Domino's. We'll show you guys Domino here in a few minutes.
Domino's has never been that long.
Yeah. Ace has never gone on a hunger strike.
Ace eats. If he doesn't eat, there's a reason.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Ace is still in shed, but if he is, he would be a great one to show you guys what a snake in shed looks like. And then hopefully Lindsay has a photo of Ace when he's not in shed, and you could see the color difference of them, or of him specifically, because he's usually a really light snake.
Really
He's
light.
like not even close to Jimmy. Jimmy is
Jimmy's
the medium, because Domino's pretty dark.
I feel like Jimmy, I was even looking through pictures. I feel like Jimmy has gotten darker.
Yeah, no, I think so too. But like as I started looking into it, hog eyeles sometimes get darker, but it's not very common. So I don't know if he's a true hog eyeles or if he's like a mixture of something, because IMGs get darker.
Yeah,
But
for a while.
I digress because you guys don't know what this is. But
He just is darker than
yeah, then he
he
was.
used to be.
Yeah,
But it's not as drastic as I thought it was. I was looking through photos like in preparation for this video to try to find like a really good like look how light he was. And
Yeah.
it's not as crazy as I thought it was.
like when you find these photos, we'll have like a before and an after of what he looked like or what he looks like now. Or even if you just do like early in our relationship, they're like middle, and then obviously they see him now.
Mhm.
So that could work. Yeah, Jimmy is just I got him from the same person that I got Dallas from. I feel like that guy knew like snakes because he gave me a lot more information on Jimmy than he gave me for Dallas. He at the time was feeding him like half of a pinky mouse, but he said, "Yeah, when they get fully grown, they could eat a large rat." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like, wasn't anything too crazy for me anyway. Jimmy has always been on frozen thawed rodents. I've never attempted to give him live, mostly because if it's working, why change it?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. One of our other boas that we're going to talk about today is I attempted to give him live because that's what he had been eating before. But yeah, no, that's pretty much Jimmy in a nutshell. Alrighty, we're going to put Jimmy away in the face.
He's super dark right now.
Yeah, he's dark.
I know
He's not blue right now, but
I know he looks like he's lighter than Jimi, and he is.
yeah,
But for him, this is really dark.
this is really, really dark for the way he usually is.
Yeah. So he's not blue anymore. He is going to shed still. He hasn't come out since he's gone blue.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have any blue. So I would say in the next day or two, he will be out of the skin.
He's a good boy, though. So he's not actually my boy. This is still Darius's boy. He had him. He was one of the ones that he had before we got together. But he was a baby when we got together. He was a tiny little baby. And he, I guess, is the first snake I've actually like seen grow up.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm really close to him just because I was there for the whole process, and he's the first snake I was there for the whole process, not the whole process. But he was in a 20-gallon when we got together.
Yeah.
Like, he was little.
A 20-gallon tank. That's crazy.
So the way you are with Jimi is the way I am with this boy. This is my favorite boy.
But yes, he is very, very dark as opposed to the way he usually is. I hope Lindsay can find some photos and add it right up here. Do you have any stories of Ace? Why he's your favorite?
AC stories. He's just a good boy. I don't think I have like specific stories, but he's just an affectionate guy. And I don't know if he's friendly with everybody. He likes coming out. He likes climbing on top of people. Wriggling all around. But like, I feel like there's only a couple of snakes here that I feel like are affectionate with me specifically, and he's one of them. Where like, if I walk up to somebody while they're holding him and I put my hand out, he'll just start coming towards me, and I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. I forget that that's a thing that happens, and I feel like I'm taking him away from my customers. I'm like, no, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
I just am admiring my snake. My snaky snake.
Yeah, these guys are very, very active. Hopefully he comes out of his skin pretty soon. When snakes are going into shed, they don't usually eat. He didn't eat last week because he was in shed. Hopefully this week, now that he can see again, he hopefully will take.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, no, he was pretty small. Like, I would guess maybe 16 to 18 inches when we got together.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah,
still really thin.
really thin. Yeah.
He's never struck at me, not ever. I've never seen him strike at anybody. Like, he's one of the friendliest snakes
Yeah, I don't think he's.
that I've seen. There's very few snakes that I can be like, no, I haven't seen. Not only have they not bit me, but they haven't seen them bite anybody. And
He struck at me because he missed his food. Like, he just missed. That was not my fault, his fault. Like, it just was one of those things that I feel like I accidentally moved his food.
oh, really?
Because, like, he's coming at me and I,
You
like,
just kind of jump it around.
yeah. Or I might have just pulled it back because I got scared.
Oh,
Because the tongs aren't very big and they can strike themselves far forward pretty far.
was that while we were together? Or was
No.
that before?
No, that was like before. But yeah, he's another boa constrictor imperator. You guys will see the drastic color differences if we're able to get photos of him when he's out of shed and like the other photos of Jimi.
Yeah, he's usually way light. You can usually see his red is usually a lot better too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he does really good usually. He's another one of our like really good ambassador animals. If somebody's like, oh, what's a good snake to hold if you want to start with like the bigger snakes? Or not even start with them, just move up to the bigger snakes.
I'm like, you want to hold Ace? You want to hold him?
Yeah, mine is Jimi. Like, I ask people if they want to hold Jimi. She asks people if they want to hold Ace.
I don't care what anybody says. Ace is the bestest boy.
Jimi is the best.
The trio. Yeah, the snakes that Darius had when we got together, it was 3 boas.
Yep, we're going to go through the 3 boas today.
The 3
It's
boas.
Jimi,
That's
Ace,
why
and
they're-
Domino.
They're all together, and they've changed. They've changed a lot. Jimmy's changed the least. Domino might have changed the least. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Ace has definitely changed the most, just because he was a baby, and he got really, really big. He's almost Jimmy's size, if not already Jimmy's size, if not bigger than Jimi.
Yeah. We're not exactly sure on Ace's locality. We know he's not a true red-tailed boa, so I don't think he'll get to like 10 to 12 feet. He is confirmed male by probing.
Oh, he hasn't shown us, huh? He's not one of those.
He's never shown us what parts he has or doesn't have.
Sometimes if you have spicy boys, they'll show you and you'll be like, oh, that's a male.
Yep, that's a male. Yep. But no, he hasn't shown us, so just based on probing, we confirmed that he's a male. I don't want to go into detail on what that is, but just Google snake probing or what is snake probing, and it'll tell you exactly what happens. It's kind of invasive, so don't watch videos of it.
Yeah, we usually we'll just take the people's word for it when they get, because we're not trying to breed or anything.
Yeah.
So when somebody says, "Oh, he's a boy," I really only care for naming them.
Yeah.
I just want to know so I can name them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just pick a gender and go for it.
Yeah, gender neutral name or just a gender for him.
So people
we found out recently with another one of our animals that female and has a male name because we thought it was a male. It was purchased as a male, so I assumed that they checked.
For a lot of them, I definitively don't know because it's invasive. If there's not a reason for me to look, I actually am not that curious.
Yeah, because we're not into breeding.
Some of the ones we know for sure are because they lay eggs seasonally, or they've shown us that they're a boy.
Yeah. If you have any questions about what they show us, just put it in the comments or message us directly, and we will go into detail on that. But it is basically the same thing as humans. Just they have two of them.
Two of them.
Yep, the males have two of them.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll put Ace away and get out Domino.
Spicy boy.
Yep,
Domino, no.
And this last guy is Domino. It's all dusty.
Yeah.
From being on his dirt.
Yeah, he hangs out in his water a lot too, so he's got this.
New Mexico has really high calcium deposits in the water.
Which, I mean, it doesn't hurt them. It's actually pretty helpful for them, but
yeah,
it makes them look all crusty, dusty when they get out.
Yeah.
Until they shed.
Yeah, this guy's Domino.
He's so dark.
We recently found out he's a different species than we thought.
Yeah, well, partly because he hasn't gotten bigger. I feel like this is how big he was. Like when we got together, it was
pretty
Jimi.
Close. Yeah,
it was Jimi and then Domino and then Ace. And Jimmy's gotten bigger and Ace has gotten a ton bigger and Domino's just kind of
pretty close to the same.
Yeah, he's gotten a little bit, but not a lot. And I'm like, why isn't he growing?
Yeah, we watched a video on YouTube about these other reptile people who keep male and female that they breed, and they looked exactly like him.
They look like him.
We initially thought that he was a Colombian boa constrictor.
Or Central American.
Central American, yep, Central American, sorry. And watching these YouTubers, they have ones that looked exactly like him. Same pattern, same darkness all the way through him.
Dark he is. He's so dark. Like this red back here is like black.
Yeah.
And he has, I remember even...
I don't even think it's red. I think it's just black.
It's not strong right now, but his iridescence is crazy.
Yeah, because of how dark he is. I can see one little spot of iridescence right there.
I do think I have some pictures of his iridescence because he's crazy.
Yeah, this is the guy we call our spicy boy because every time you go into his enclosure, he tries to bite you, which for an interactive reptiles, it was kind of difficult. Because we open it, start trying to take him out, and he starts striking. People are like, oh, no, I don't want that one.
Put him back.
He's fine once we get him out. Most of the time.
Yeah, I got really used to just putting him back after people didn't want to hold him.
Yeah.
And that was a bad idea on my part, because if you know anything about any kind of animal training, or even raising kids, you don't
give them what they
want. Give them what they want if it's not a desired behavior.
Yeah.
So I trained him to bite a little bit. He was already a spicy boy, but I trained him that if he does that, he's going to get his way. So
yeah, he'll get put away, and that's exactly what he wanted.
We're trying to untrain that right now.
Yeah, a little bit of work, but he has 100% bit me. When we were still doing our free shows in the park, he bit one of my friends.
Yeah,
actually.
I don't think we have very many bites under our belt of the public.
Yeah,
I don't know if we have any more than
the two.
Yeah, I think that there's only two, and I think that's one of them. And it was one of your friends, so.
Yeah, he understood.
We told him before we got him out. We're like, he's spicy. He's like,
Like,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and he's a boa. You're not going to die from it. It's an impact. You definitely feel it. What I was saying was the other, the species is Terra humera mountain dwarf boa. I think because the person I got him from was kind of sketchy. He's in a Chili's it was an Applebee's parking lot. The guy was like, "Hey, do you want to buy a snake?" Because I guess I just look like a person that just buys a snake. I guess out of someone's car.
Want to buy a sundial?
But yeah, no, I was like, yeah, maybe, because I assumed it was going to be a ball python. Everybody has ball pythons, and he showed me this guy, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, he was probably about as big as Ace when I got him, like 16 to 18 inches when I first got him. I don't know how big he is now. I think he's pushing about 5 feet. 5.
He's at least close.
Yeah. But yeah, so we watched that video and we learned the different species. Those ones are from northwestern Mexico, actually. And I was like, I wonder if he's wild caught. We live in New Mexico, so it's actually not that far from where we are. I don't know how hard these are to find, but
like his mom was a wild caught and he was trying to get rid of babies.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Domino is 100% one of our spicy boys. We're working on it. But like his enclosure for when the general public's in here does say not for handling because we're working on it and it's a liability for people to get bit.
Yeah. It's just people don't like watching. Like we're here so that people aren't afraid of reptiles.
Yeah.
So that we can end the stigma. And that kind of goes out the window when somebody asks to hold an animal and you go in there and they start striking. Like people get scared.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't pull him out, even if he doesn't bite you, even if you don't let them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
it feeds into the stigma that snakes are scary.
So we don't like to try to take out the ones that we think are going to be feisty.
Yeah.
Just because we don't want them seeing us handling them.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to show you the nice snakes.
Yeah. We're doing this and showing you our spicier ones because part of we need to work with them, but also these are the animals we have, and whether or not they're spicy or not, they're the animals we have and we work with them every day. Every day these animals are worked with and they get to experience life with us.
He's always been a little mover though.
Yeah, he's going.
Like he hasn't stopped. I remember when we used to do the shows at the park, he would move
like
around.
in the enclosure thing that we had.
Yeah, and when people held him, like he was just out of their hands all the time.
Yeah.
Trying to climb the canopy.
Yeah, so right now he probably could eat a large rat. We feed him medium rats and rabbits. Occasionally he'll get some like chicks. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we get some baby rabbits. Don't be thinking we feed them like these.
They're
really like little newborns.
They're like newborn rabbits.
Let us know who was your favorite.
Or comment any other information you guys want to know.
That's true. Yeah, you got any questions for us? Anything specific? Be like, hey, what about this? We'll let you guys know.
Well, from Darius and Linzy at Scales and Shells Herpetarium.
Face your fear.
And feed your fascinations.
See y'all next time.
Okay, bye.
That's wild. Y'all really be thinking some wild things. That's wild. We gon' talk about it. That's wild. That's wild.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Yeah.